we've been talking a little bit earlier this evening about what do we do when we're in confined space. When we would have tight space practices. Ryan calls it confined space practice. Or what's called it? We used to call it coffee table practice. Um, so basically, if all you had was the room of a coffee table, or even less, you could still get it in practice. And over the years, several of you have learned numbers of different things. And I'm laughing because some of them are the confined space practices, sometimes the hardest practices of all, right? If you want some real, discomfort, have a good seated practice for an hour, right? Or like we were talking about, seated in the stool, get in an hour's worth of posting with the little qigong or turtle posting or something along those lines. Those are by far some of the most advantageous practices you can have, but they are really challenging. And the martial training, we call it a creative restriction. Okay. So this has been taken away from you. What are you going to do? Right. Because quitting isn't an option. And that's part of the reason why we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9 of us out here in the ring. And probably, what is this, like a 12 by 15? Yeah. All stacked up underneath each other. So with all that being said, most of you have, if you're a Tai Chi practitioner, you got a little Wu Chi practice and a little Reeling Silk practice. If you're a Shingi man or a Ichuan man, you've got things you can work on. If you're a Buddhist Shaolin posting, this is the kind of weather you long for, right? Because this is right in the wheelhouse. And whether you're hurt or whatever, we always try to find a way to get in our practice. So what we do tonight is, because it's raining and I'm dressed to stand outside anyway, kind of feels good. Ryan's going to physically lead and I'm going to verbally guide. And we're going to do a little warming up in a few minutes of stillness and quietness. And then we'll do some Brocades work, which is another really good and not nearly as uncomfortable confinement space practice. And then we'll probably be finished out with time. All right. So, Ryan, if you don't mind, let's go ahead and 3 body circles and knees, hips, and neck and head. Oh, and when you're ready to switch, Ryan, just holler and I'll switch it up. The body circles are so good because they hit the main joints right off the bat. And in the Chinese martial training or in the medical training, what they say is you want to do them in circles because that's how the joints were made. I was like, man, that makes so much sense. It's crazy. All right, hips. Of course, I don't think my hips were made to move in a circle. Yeah, I feel like a brick. So, Bader, did your little flashlight already go out? Oh, there's still a little beacon of light, is it? There ain't enough light for that. Ah, oh, ah. Oh, oh, that's where you're going with it. All right. Did you switch? Oh, amen. Switch. Oh, you said it right while I said it, so I wouldn't hear it because you knew I was in anguish. Neck and head. Take your time with this one. If you need a cadence, breathe in for half and exhale for half. And the main thing is you never put momentum in your head. Always just a little gentle move by your voluntary control. Switch it up. Every time I do this exercise, I think of Rice Krispies. course, I kind of age myself when I say that, right? I don't even think they have commercials anymore, do they? They're not like the M&M guys. They never quit. Oh, grind the rice. We're gonna have Saturday practice down here so we can cook out right afterwards. What do you think? We've done it before. The only problem was about halfway through practice when you smell that chicken and steak cooking, you're like, I'm done. Have to beat them back with a cattle prod, get them back out there to practice. See, Virginia used to do that to us. We'd be in that little tight quoon, and he'd go back there and he would start cooking rice and black beans and the steamer and all, and you're back there going, and that was the hardest thing in the world. I mean, I could practice with dogs barking and children yelling, but man, as soon as you smell good Chinese food cooking in the back, you're like, what we having? Yeah, have the willpower of a flea. Yeah, yeah, right. And yeah, I used to pass it down to y'all too, right? Torture y'all in the quoon, get back there and start cooking some egg fried rice. Mm. Yeah, yeah. And the people would come in, and I'm like, no, no posty, no eaty, right? That's just how we roll. All right, let's go through and lift the cauldron. So just a nice. Oh well, are we going to do that in the eight brocades? We do. Okay, so let's just start with eight. Let's do with eight brocades, and let's push the sky and pull down the sky. So the hands are going to float up. You can come up to the balls of your feet if you wish, and then use as much tension as you want or don't, and pull down to the sides. There you go, Bader. Hey, Bader, there's room back here if you want to join me. I mean, in the overhang here, you got enough room. Yeah. And I like to exhale as a pull down. I'll be good. Pushing up. Pull down. Let's do one more run and then we'll do a couple minutes of stillness. Push it up. Pull it down. So the hands come gather right in front of the lower abdomen. We'll take about 9 breaths. It's nice and easy. I'll let you know when I'm finished. Three more. And Ryan, you pick which one you want to do next. Strengthening iron bridge. All right, very good. Uh, Palms in relation, push it up, arch it back a little bit. Oh, yes. And then bend at the waist, right there at the hips, and keep it long as you can. So your arms like a big long arc down to where you feel. Yes. That. Ryan, let me know when you're coming up. Coming up. Ooh, look at the pretty little stars all the way up. There we go. We're going to do two more. All right, very good. Up and arch. Oh, oh, that ground looks so far away. Ooh. Yep, and raise the head so it adds to the discomfort. And then come up. Ooh. Uno más. Sorry, Karen. When I'm not leading, I'm a whiner. Oh, raise the head. Oh, oh. Ah, a couple of moments, just 1 minute of stillness. So spread out the feet a little bit, sit. Just try to take this minute to be present. Just another 5 breaths. Be with yourself. One more time. Again, the nose, gently out through the mouth. Good. Pressing heaven and earth. Sound good? Okay. The hands float up to the chest high, palms up. Taking a breath. As you exhale, press one up, press the other down, doesn't matter which. And if you can come up to your toes, and you can also twist to the side where the arm comes up if you like. And that adds just a little bit more discomfort. Take a breath. As you exhale, come back to neutral. Breathe in, out, press one up, one down. And like I said, if you want to, you can turn. And Kathy, if you turn the other way, turn to the high side. Yeah. If you're going to turn, you don't have to. You can come up to the balls of your feet and turn like Brian is, because he's a young, I'm not going to say it. Breathe in. As you exhale, come back to neutral. You like that, did you, Bader? Attaboy. I was noticing how Ken's got the best seat in the house, man. Got the whole area to himself right there. Breathe in. Push it up. Turn a little bit. Breathe in. Open up the chest a little. As you exhale, come back to neutral. We're going to do 3 to each side. Inhale. Exhale, press. Breathe into that chest. Exhale to neutral. One more time to each side. You're getting shaky there, Karen. Breathe in. Exhale and turn. This is the first time I think I've ever taught class from the rear side. Now none of y'all can hide. Breathe in. Exhale. Come back to neutral. Woo. Inhale. Exhale. Press one up, one down. Notice the hand turn. The fingertips are pointing back towards your center line, both the lower and the upper. Mr. Speed, put your right hand by your pocket. There you go, or off your hip. There you go. Breathe in. Exhale, come back to neutral and get into your stillness position. As you exhale this time, we're going to do the open in the kidney. Spread your feet out just a little bit. Let your hands slide down just above your knees. And it's sort of like I think it's actually called the brown bear turns and looks in the woods, right? We used to just call it sway your hips and turn your head. So you just sway your hips to a direction, shift your way a little bit, then turn your head. And ideally, if you're looking to your right, you're trying to open up the space where your left kidney is. So you want to feel it in the backside, the inside of the intercostal. Take a couple more breaths right there. As you exhale this next time, just come back to neutral. We're in no rush. Always take your time. Whew. All right, breathe in. Exhale, sway the hips and turn the head. Ooh. Ooh. One more breath. Breathe in. Come back to neutral. Good. Okay. Let's just walk it up. And Ryan, what we're going to do is we're going to go right into the archer, okay? Pull the bow and shoot the arrow, okay? So just have the hands float. There you go. And then raise up the bow. Pull it back. Develop some strength in yourself. Hold it. Loose. Good. Then from there, The hands float down a little bit to in front of your body, as if they're just kind of swimming over. And you pull and push, put strength in your legs and your back. Hold it, loose. Good. Then the hands float down and around. Now you can add more to it if you want. So if you pull that bow and put strength in your back, you can put a little crouch in your stance, but you need to hold it. Stay steady. Loose. Good. Hands float. When they get to the middle, you're in the middle. Then up, pull, stay steady. Loose. Good. One more round. Whew. Getting warm. Pull. Aim a little higher. Hold. Loose. Whew. One more time. Pull. Crouch a little. Aim a little higher. Hold. Loose. Back to neutral into a resting stillness, resting Wu Chi posture. Two more breaths. Ron, have I forgotten any that you definitely want to do? Uh, oh, okay, good. Yep, I totally forgot that one. So we're going to spread the feet out, and the depth of your stance is up to you, but it's just a good fighting bow stance where you put a little strength in your legs. And we're going to turn to our left, and we're going to fire off three, right? Right. So you're going to fire off, and it goes with one exhale, right? And then we turn, and then you fire off the other way, and come back, turn, hit, turn, fire. Good. One more round. Good. Turn. Good. Back. Take just a couple of breaths right here in the middle, neutral stance. All right, I think what we'll do is finish with a little few rounds of cloud hands and then black dragon stirs to sea. So shift your weight a little. and just rock back and forth into your cloud hands. Nice and easy. Try to be as light as you can without being soggy noodle. One more big round. Find your way back to neutral and then reverse it. Black dragon stirs the sea. And as you're working that, if you've never seen where that name came from, it's an incredible, incredible thing to watch. And it looks exactly like there's a dragon in the sea. It's where uh, this massive river, no, yeah, it's where this massive river connects to the ocean. And when the tide changes, the currents get so strong, the water just rumbles in these massive waves. And it was called Black Dragon Stirs the Sea. One more big round. And then find your way back to neutral in the resting Wu Chi. Bring your fingertips together up to in front of your heart. Whether we practice for a little bit or a long bit, it's a good day already when we just take a few moments to practice. Big spaces, an acre's not too big, and a coffee table's not too small. Let your fingertips rise to just above your forehead, just right there in front of your eyes. Visualize someone that you care about or someone who would be very proud of you for taking time to take care of yourself. Let that kindness out into the world by opening up your hands and spreading it out. Let the palms come down, your feet come together. And it is 6 o'clock on the dot. Good practice. All right. Good job, Ron. Thank you. I did. I glanced over there. I saw Ken. I was like, man, he's got the whole place to himself over there. Vader came over there and nudged me out of the way. So I was going to have to whoop up on him. I'll cut that out later.